Welcome to Sichuan Mahjong Blood Battle to the End. Today, we're gonna break down everything you need to set up, play, and score like a pro. Take your time and follow along if you're able. Game setup. First, let's get the table ready. You'll need 36 tiles of each, characters, dots, and bamboos. That's a total of 108 tiles. Flower, wind, and dragon tiles not used in this game. Building the walls. Each player builds a wall of tiles. East and west walls are 14 tiles long and 2 tiles tall. North and south walls will be 13 tiles long and 2 tiles tall. Determining the dealer. Each player rolls the dice. The highest roll is declared the dealer. Tied rolls roll again. Cutting the wall. The dealer rolls both dice to pick which wall the game will start from. Count clockwise from the dealer's wall, then break the wall at the lowest die's value. Drawing tiles. Players draw in sets of 4, starting from the dealer. The dealer will start with 14 tiles, and everyone else starts with 13. So the dealer draw will look something like this. The Forbidden Suit Rule. At the start of the game, each player declares a forbidden suit. This can be characters, dots, or bamboos. Once you choose it, you're locked in. Now what does that mean? You must discard all tiles of your forbidden suit before any others. You cannot use those tiles to make melds. No pong and no kong. Penalties for mistakes. There are 2 ways to receive a flower pig penalty. Possessing a forbidden tile in your hand at the end of the game, or neglecting to discard the forbidden suit before any other tiles in your hand. If you receive a flower pig penalty, you must finish the hand and are eligible for all scoring events. However, you are ineligible to score points. Penalty points only affect the penalized player. The points are not distributed to remaining players at the table. The last penalty a player can receive is declaring a false mahjong. If you receive a false mahjong penalty, you must finish the hand and are eligible for all scoring events. However, you are ineligible to score points. These penalty points only affect the penalized player. The points are not distributed to the remaining players at the table. Allowed moves. Alright, let's talk about what you can do in this game. You can pong, 3 of a kind, or kong, 4 of a kind. You may also declare mahjong, which is possession of 4 melds and an eye. Pong rules. When declaring pong, you must say pong. You can declare pong only on the most recent discarded tile at any point in the hand. If a player starts to draw before you have declared pong, you have missed your opportunity to pong. Remember, you must discard a tile after you pong. Once a player casts a tile in the river, identical tiles are protected from declaring melds for 4 turns. Kong rules. Remember, you must draw a tile after you kong. Kong multiplies the fan value of your hand up to 3 times. Kong does not affect your tile count for your hand or melds. The kong meld is still a meld of 3 and the kong tile is a bonus tile. There are multiple ways to declare kong. Discard the kong happens when a player discards the tile you need to declare kong. Concealed kongs are all self-drawn and the tiles come from the player's hands. Added kongs are added onto existing pong and only possible through self-draw. If no one declares mahjong after the last tile is drawn from the wall, all kong points are returned. Mahjong rules. When declaring mahjong, you must have 4 melds and an eye. Remember to not open your hand. Once you declare mahjong, you are immune from future scoring events. Mahjong declarations have priority over all other tile interactions. If pong and mahjong are called on the same tile, mahjong takes priority. If a player declares discarded kong or added kong, mahjong takes priority, and the kong points will not be awarded. Mahjong can also be declared through chow. Chow is taking the most recent discard from the river to create a 1, 2, 3 or straight. Robbing a kong. You can only rob a kong to declare mahjong. If someone declares an added kong, you can steal the tile to declare mahjong. The player who was robbed will pay fan score twice to the player who robbed them. Concealed kongs cannot be robbed. Multiple winners. Multiple people can declare mahjong on the same tile. Table and game flow rules. Let's talk table rules. The game flows best when players announce what tile they are discarding into the river. Dealer distribution. The first winner of the previous hand is the dealer for next hand. In the case of a shared win, the player who discarded the shared winning tile will be dealer for next game. And if the game ends in a draw, all players will roll again for dealer. Hand etiquette. All players' forbidden suit cards should be placed face up on the left side of their hand, in the left corner of the table. All players' declared pongs and kongs should be placed between their hand and forbidden suit card. Autoplay. If a player is in autoplay for any reason, draw one tile from the wall for them and immediately discard it into the river. If a table loses a player for any reason, the missing player's hand will autoplay. Breaks. If a player needs to take a quick break, no longer than a minute or two, they need to ask the table if they can do so. It must be a unanimous decision. If they do not return within the short time frame, they will be placed on autoplay for the duration of their absence. Tile orientation and scoring. Let's talk about how to place your tiles for accurate scoring. Pong and Kong orientation. When claiming a Pong or Kong, rotate your tiles to show where the discard came from. Pong to the left, Pong across, and Pong to the right. Kong to the left, Kong across. You can also show Kong across like this, or Kong to the right. Mahjong. When declaring a self-drawn win, keep the drawn tile on its side horizontally to the right side of your hand. When declaring a discard win, place the winning tile exposed, indicating where it came from, across, left, or right. On a shared win, the tile is placed in front of the player who discarded it for scoring purposes. The scoring system. All right, now let's break down scoring. Sichuan Mahjong is a zero-sum game. That means all points that are paid to players come from another player, the only exception being penalty points. That being said, there are three types of points. Fan points, the value of your hand. Gong points, grants bonus points and multiplies the value of your fan points up to 8 points. Penalty points, incurred by flower pig hand and false mahjong violations. Base score calculation. Your base fan type determines your starting score. Please refer to our fan type examples in the Sichuan Mahjong resources or wait till this timestamp for more information on the many fan types you can build. Scoring multipliers. A discarded win grants you your fan score. If you won off a robbed Kong, that grants you your fan score times 2. Winning after a Kong discard is fan times 2. A discarded Kong bloom will grant you your fan score times 4 plus 1 point. And the last minute save will grant you your fan score times 2. For self-drawn wins, you will be played based off the number of players still in play when the self-draw occurs. We'll call that N. A regular self-draw will get you your fan score plus 1 times N. A moon from seabed will grant you your fan times 2 plus 1 times N. Self-draw Kong bloom will grant you your fan score times 4 plus 1 times the number of players still in. Kong scoring. An added Kong, self-drawn, grants you 1 point times the number of players still in play. A discarded Kong will grant you plus 2 from the discarding player. A concealed Kong, that's self-drawn, will grant you 2 times the number of players still in play when the Kong occurs. And if there are no Mahjongs declared, Kong points are all refunded. Listening hands. Listening is defined as a player who is 1 tile away from Mahjong. Listening occurs after the last tile is drawn if there are 2 or more players who have not declared Mahjong. Players who are listening earn points equal to their potential hand's fan points from players who are not listening. There are no limitations to listening. This means you can be listening for any tile for any reason. Final tips and fan types. Now that's the foundation of Sichuan Mahjong. Before we go, here are 9 powerful fan types you should memorize. Standard win, also known as a chicken hand. Mixed suits, mixed melds. All triplets. Mixed suits, pure melds. Pure suit. Pure suit, mixed melds. Golden hook, all pongs. 7 pairs, no melds, all pairs. Dragon pairs, 7 pairs with a Kong. Pure triplets. Pure suit, pure melds. Pure golden hook. Pure suits, all pong, pair the golden hook. Pure pairs. Pure suit, all pairs. Master these and your scores will skyrocket. Alright, that's everything you need to know to start playing Sichuan Mahjong. Take your time and rewatch this video as much as you need to get comfortable. Good luck and welcome to the World Mahjong Tour.